Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today's video is again on a classic Sudoku titled 5 of Diamonds, and this Sudoku was created by the author Sktx. We have featured many videos on classic Sudokus created by this author in the past, and there is an interesting backstory to this classic Sudoku, this particular classic Sudoku. This was published on Logic Master Germany in October 2021. I remember trying this classic in early January 2022, I think, and I couldn't finish the classic. I was stuck. So, and then I moved on to other Sudokus, and then I just simply forgot about this classic. So that was about more than 3 years back, January 2022, or sometime later than that. I don't remember the exact time, but it was in 2022. So then I was again moving through the list of classics in Logic Masters Germany, and I chanced upon this classic and I gave it a try today again, and I managed to complete it. Of course, I was not as strong as I'm today in classic Sudokus in January 2022. So I was happy that I could finish this classic today. It has a really, kind of tough trick to see in the middle of the solve. If you would like to try this classic, the link is in the description. Do give it a try, come back and watch the video. Let's start the classic Sudoku now. Right. Standard rules apply, which means each row, each column and 3x3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. And before I start solving, the usual thing, if you're enjoying the videos that we post, please show us your love by subscribing to the channel. We'd really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Let's start the Sudoku now. 1 1, so I get a 1 here, straightforward. That follows that 1 cannot be in any of these cells, so which means I have a Snyder notation of 1s here, or rather pencil mark of pointing pair of 1s. So that follows with 1s in these two cells, Snyder notation of 1s. I get a 1 here just by scanning. 1 doesn't go here and 1 doesn't go here, so that puts 1 in one of these two cells, again a pointing pair. So 1 doesn't go here, so this is a 1. So I'm left only with this box, and there are 4 possibilities for the 1. Let's move on to the next digit. 8 doesn't go here and 8 doesn't go here, so 8 goes in one of these two cells. So I have locked 2 cells, and I have exactly put 2 candidates into those 2 cells, so which means I have a locked pair. So that's a 1-8 pair, right? 8 would be in one of these 3 cells, and there are a lot of possibilities for 8s in other boxes, right? There are simply too many, but you will be interested to see that there is a 1-8 pair in box 6 as well, right? 8s doesn't go here, 8s don't go here, so which means I have again locked a pair, 1-8. Interesting. So that gives 8 in these 3 cells. Excellent. Let's continue now. 6 doesn't go here, so 6 goes here, which means 6 in column 8 goes here, and 6 in box 2 can be placed. It cannot be in any of these cells. So there is a Snyder notation of 6 that follows in box 1. Right, this box has 3 places. Not useful to mark those. Okay, continuing on, 3s don't go here. I'm just shifting my attention to the next digit now. So that follows that 3 must be in one of these 2 cells. So 3 goes here. And there are no other 3s in the grid, right? There is only 1 3. So let's move on to the next digit, perhaps 5. So 5 goes in one of these 2 cells. I wonder why this Sudoku is titled 5 of Diamonds. Of course, the givens resemble diamond, but why 5? I'm not sure. Maybe, there are a lot of 5s in the grid, which is why it's named that way. Or perhaps you guys can, help me understand why it's titled 5. Okay. Let us continue. 5s also don't give too much of info, right? 5 can go here, 5 can go here. Not much. So let's slowly shift our attention to making center candidates. So far we have been doing corner marking and finding pairs as well, but now it's time to shift to center candidate marking. Let's start that. This box is a good place to start. 4, 6, 9, 1 and 8. So 2, 3, 5 and 7. This is 2, 5 because of 3, 7 here. And by the way, I also noticed that 5 cannot be here. So 5 is here, which means this cell right here is a hidden single. Has to be a 2. So this is 3, 7, 2, 4, 6, 9 and 1 and 8. So this would be 3, 7 and these two cells are 3, 5 and 7. And let's see if we can find something better now that we are looking at pairs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 4 and 9. Okay, 4 and 9. I remember something about 4 9s. If you see box 3, 4 and 9 cannot go in these 3 cells and they also do not go in these 3 cells. So I have a locked pair again, 4, 9. But you can't instantly make use of this 4, 9 pair, right? It just locks into place here, but it doesn't give any useful deduction. For instance, if there were, let's say, a 7 here, you could have placed 7 in these 2 cells and continued on, but there's nothing of that sort. This vacant area remains vacant, just as it is. Right, continuing on, these 2 cells cannot take 1, 8, 4, 5, 6 and 9. So they have to be 2, 3 and 7. This is not a 7. 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 7. Right. So if you look at row 5 now and ask yourself where does 4, 9 go in that row, there are exactly 2 cells for 4, 9. This cell cannot take a 4 and a 9. And this we have already eliminated as not being a 4, 9. So 4, 9 goes here. This is not a 4. 4 and a 9. Excellent. I got a 9 here. And that means 9 goes in here. 7s don't go here. So 7 goes here. Right. So this is 2, 3, 7 for the row. Okay. Moving on. Let's perhaps look at column 5. 1, 5, 8, 2 and 9. So I need 3, 4, 6 and 7 along the column. This cannot be 4 and 6. So this is 3, 7. So I have a pair now, which means this would be 4, 6 to complete the column. Excellent. So 4 doesn't go here. That's a 6. That's a 4. So I can resolve this pointing pair of 6s here. 6 goes here. This would be 3, 7 because of the 2. 4, 5, 6, 9, 1, 8. So 2 doesn't go here, which means 2 goes here. This is not a 2. So pretty sleek and smooth solve so far. Then, okay, these 4 cells catch my eye. Okay, these 2 cells must take 7, 8, 9. 9 doesn't go here. This is 3, 8. This is 3, 8 and 9. Okay. So let us, drag some information out of this row. 1, 2, 8, 3 and 7. I need 4, 5, 6 and 9. 4, 5, 9. 4, 6 and 9. 5 and 6. You can't have 4, 9 here. This would be 4 and a 9. Right. So the moment I made the pencil mark, I caught this pair in column 9. So 1, 6, 5, 8, 4 and 9. So remaining digits are 2, 3, 7. So let's put those in. 7 doesn't go here, so it's 2 and 3. Okay. Now let's try filling this area up. You'd be surprised to know that these cells which don't appear that restricted are actually very restricted, right? I have a pointing pair of 5s here. So already 4 digits are eliminated. 1, 5, 9 and 8. So this cell in particular cannot be 6 and 7 as well. So this is 2, 3 and 4. All right. Now let's look at this cell. 1, 5, 9, 8, 2, 3, 5. So this is 4 and 6. All right. 1, 2, 5, 5, 8, 9 and 3 is eliminated. So 4 and 6. This cell cannot be 5, 9, 1, 8, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. So 2, 6 and 7. But we have a pointing pair of 7s. It's important to remember this. Right? So 7 doesn't go here. So a bi-value candidate, a bi-value candidate. This cell here cannot be 1, 5, 8, 9, 8, 4 and 7. So this is 2, 3 and a 6. Pretty interesting. So when I solved this Sudoku earlier today, the first thing I noticed was this. This looks like a Y-wing. You know, Y-wing has bi-value candidates in all those cells that you shortlist. But in here, you have a tri-value candidate, right? There are 3 possibilities here. So when you have such a pattern, one of the cells will act as the hinge cell. The other 2 cells are the wing cells, right? The hinge cell will see the other 2 cells and becomes the hinge cell. And these 2 cells are the wing cells. The only difference between a Y-wing and an XYZ wing is that the hinge cell in XYZ wing takes 3 candidates, all the 3 candidates. 2, 6, 2, 3, 2, 3 and 6. Right, now what can I do with this? That is the important question. Let's first highlight the cells which form the XYZ wing pattern. It's called an XYZ wing. Now, you will have to look for cells which see all these 3 cells, right? And these 2 are the cells which look at all the 3 cells. There are no other cells which look at all these three blue cells. Only these 2 cells look at all these 3 cells. Now, as per the logic, the digit which is common in all these 3 cells can be eliminated from the yellow cells, right? So this is a given cell, so it doesn't bother us. Let's leave it out. Look at this cell. This cell cannot take a 2. So if I have a 2 here, this becomes 6, right? 2 will force a 6 here. Now this cell has to be a 3, right? 2 and 6 forces a 3 here. Now the moment this is a 2, 3 is forced here, and I don't have any possibility for row 8, column 9. This is what is called an XYZ wing, right? Very powerful logic, often seen in hard Sudokus. So let us remove the 2 from this cell and also put 6 here because 6 is in one of these cells, right? So this is not a 2, it becomes a 3, 4. Again, a bi-value candidate. Excellent, right? So this was the first thing I spotted in the Sudoku, and I wasn't surprised it gave me nothing because I'm pretty sure I would have found this in 2022 as well when I was trying this for a video. So this was the first thing I found. It doesn't give you much. The next logic that I found in the Sudoku was an X-wing. A beautiful X-wing. Look at column 1 and column 9. So let me remove these blue cells, colors. 4 has exactly 2 possibilities in column 9, only these 2, and the same 2 possibilities. By the same 2, I mean in the same rows in column 1, right? Row 3 and row 7. You can see that in column 9 too, the 4 is in exactly row 3 and row 7. None of the other cells can take a 4. So this is an X-wing pattern. If I have a 4 here, the 4 in column 9 is forced here. So which means all these yellow cells can't take a 4. This is one of the possibilities that can occur. What about the other? The other possibilities, of course, 4 is not here, but sorry guys. 4 is not here, 4 goes here in column 1. It's either here or here, right? So if it doesn't go here, it has to go here. So now in column 9, 4 is eliminated here and 4 is forced here. So again the same yellow cells are eliminated as not being a 4. This is called an X-swing. Really powerful logic. If you're seeing this for the first time, you have to identify 2 rows and 2 columns, right? Same 2 rows and same 2 columns, in which you narrow down the possibility of a digit. It can be any digit. Then you can remove the possibility of that digit from the rest of the cells in those rows or columns. In this case, I have taken 2 columns, column 1 and column 9. And I have narrowed down the possibility of 4 to exactly 2 rows, row 3 and row 7. There are 2 columns and 2 rows, column 1, column 9, row 3, row 7. In any X-swing, you will have only 4 of these parameters, 2 rows and 2 columns. And when you do that, you can use the X-swing to eliminate the remaining cells from the appropriate cells. Eliminate the possibility of the digit from the remaining cells. Right. So this was the next trick I spotted. Okay, let's make use of this X-swing. This is not a 4. This is not a 4. So what can it be? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 and 4. So this is 3, 8 and 9. And there are no other useful cells where I can eliminate a 4. This is already not a 4. These are not a 4 already, and there are no more cells. So let's remove this colors. So I was briefly interested with this cell because I got a bi-value candidate here and I was trying to do all kinds of tricks with that, but it got me nowhere. It is here that you use the one powerful trick, one powerful deduction, I would say, not a trick, that really shuts down the Sudoku. But again, the usual thing that I say in all my videos, I'm not really certain if this is the way that the Sudoku is meant to be solved. So in case you guys find something better or an improvised technique at this particular area, do let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to see how you shared. Of course, you guys have shared many interesting tricks and I'm really amazed by what different people see, because it's not the same as what I find. There are so many comments that were under the previous video, which was on a classic by Bondi and titled Wale. And each one was different, right? In some subtle way, it was really different. For example, Callum Mailer had commented under the video, and his trick was also really gorgeous. The way he, deduced a certain deduction, that was also really nice to see. So do share your thoughts under the comments below. Right. And at this point, what I found was, let me show you that. If this cell is a 5, let's see what happens. If this cell is a 5, right, I instantly notice this became a 5. That would force a 5 here. And because 4 is in one of those pink cells in column 1, 4 gets forced here and this cell becomes a 9, right? If I have a 5 in the red cell, the chain goes here, continues here, pushing the 4 into this cell and 9 here. Now what happens if this cell is a 6? If this cell is a 6, 6 gets eliminated here, so this becomes a 2-3 pair, right? This will be a 2-3 pair. So this would be a 4, right? And this would be a 9. So this is the deduction that I found, and it was not, instantaneous. Of course, it took me some time to arrive at this deduction. So I'm mostly certain that this was the trick I failed to see in 2022, right? It's kind of a chain logic, you can say, but I don't know how else to put it, or if there is something better, to see here. There are some subtle ways to continue, maybe, I don't know, but this is how I hit upon this. If you have a 6 here, you can straight away deduce that this cell becomes a 9 because a 6 here forces a 2-3 pair, a 4 and a 9. But what is difficult to see is even if you have a 5 in that cell, 5 is forced here, 5 is forced here, which pushes the 4 into that cell, and this becomes a 9 again. So regardless of whatever goes in row 7, column 7, row 7, column 8, row 7, column 9 is going to be a 9, right? And I wouldn't have, focused on this technique much if it didn't lead me to the solution. The moment I put a 9 in row 7, column 9, just see how fast the Sudoku progresses. So this cell we have deduced has to be a 9 no matter what goes into this cell. So this is a 9. Now because of 4 in one of those two cells, 4 goes here. So I can use the X-swing now. This becomes a 4. That's gorgeous. And I can just finish off all the 4s, right? 4, 4. This is a 4, so 4 goes here. All the 4s are done. This 9 here gives me 6 in this cell, which creates powerful impact in these two cells, right? Force. Sorry guys, I think I made some pencil mark error here. I'm not even sure how I made that. 1 2 5 6 4, so this would be 3 7 8 and 9, right? 8 and 9, so this has to be 3 or a 7. I don't know how I put a 4 6 there. So you have a 3 here, so this has to be a 7. Excellent. Now 7 doesn't go here. This is a 3 5, so that forces 7 here. So you're getting a whole host of digits. The moment I deduce this cell has to be, oh sorry guys, I don't know, just doing ridiculous stuff now. Okay, this is a 9. Okay, forcing a 4 here, forcing a 4 here. This has to be a 6. How did this become a 6? I don't know. This has to be a 9. Perhaps I had, kept both of these cells, open, and that also become a 6, maybe, right? So this cell cannot be 1 2 4 5 6. It's 3 7 8 or a 9. Cannot be 8 9 and 3. So this is a 7. Excellent. So that removes 7 from here. So that is a 7. All right. 3 5 gives a 4 here. Beautiful. Now continuing on, right, let's do this cleanly. Okay, 6 is here, which means 6 gets resolved here. Let's remove the stray pencil mark. Right, okay, this is 3 or 8 for the column. This is 8 and 9. A 6 here gives me a 2 in this cell. 2 and 6. That forces 5 here. Awesome, which means 5 5 forces a 5 here, 5 5 forces a 5 here. All right, 1 5 7 9 4 6 8. So this is 2 and 3. 1 2 3 4 6 and 7. This is a 5. This is 8 and 9. So I have 3 8 9 triplet in column 1. So this is 2. This is 3 8 and 9. 3 doesn't go here, so 8 and 9. 2 removes the 2 from this cell, so 3 7 pair, which means this is 2, this is 3, so that gives 2 here. This is 3 7 again. Okay, 4 here puts a 9, gives 8, 3 9, 8 and 9. This is 3 8. So 9 in this box, only one possibility left. This is 9. 7 goes here. Really gorgeously progressing Sudoku. So this is 3, 1 3 4 and 9, 5 and 6. So I need 2 7 8. 7 8 gives a 2 here. So this is 7 8, which means this cell for the row has to be a 2. These would be 3 7 8 for the box. Row 1 can be completed. This is 3, this is 7, and this is 3 7 3. This is 8. 3 here gives me 8, 3. 8 here resolves this 8 and 1. 5 7 go here. 5 7. And for the box, 1 2 go here. Right. Now beautifully the Sudoku completes with a flourish. Right. This 2 here gives me a 1, a 2, 8 1, 8 here gives 7, 8 7 here gives 7 5 5 3. What a Sudoku, guys, really. I'm happy to solve this Sudoku after a span of more than 3 years. When I tried, I couldn't finish the Sudoku. It was perhaps I attempted live solve, maybe, I don't remember now, but I knew that I attempted this Sudoku, right? Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do share your thoughts as to how you solve this at the particular point, row 7 column 8 point. See you soon. Bye bye.